All right. I don't really know where to start with this video aside from dealing with this. So this is the response of the CEO of the company that's making Pantheon, Rise of the Fallen. You guys don't know, uh, the technical director, Olmo, this guy right here, was accused for spawning in mobs, special mobs, rare mobs that have rare equipment, loot, spawning them in for his guild members. Um, Spawning them and for the raid and all that stuff. So spawning mobs in a live service game like that is kind of cheating, right? It's kind of abusing your powers, kind of making things difficult for players to actually grind. There's some accusations about it. There was some proof, and the CEO responded. I want to read you what his response is, and then I want to tell you what I think of it, and I want to tell you why this is not acceptable, not even for a response from the CEO. I will explain why. I was notified about concerns around an alleged case of a team member abusing GM powers. In conjunction with our HR department, customer service, and community management, and with my very direct involvement, the issue has been thoroughly investigated. The allegation basically reads like this: a GM spawned a rare mob for his guild to give them an advantage. This story is completely false. Here are the facts. Number one, the GM is not a member of the guild. Number two, the person who made the accusation was previously removed from the guild. 3. Nothing was spawned for anyone. 4. The logs have been verified. 5. We have restored historical logs from backups and compared them to ensure no log tampering took place. 6. Some members of the guild do some pre-patch testing of the game. 7. No items can be transferred from the test environment to the production environment. So no items can be transferred from the test environment to the production environment. When the issue at hand allegedly occurred, a zone reset had just taken place and rare mobs subsequently spawned. 9. People started joking that the GM magically made it happen. He didn't. It was the zone reset. 10. The GM, playing along with the joke, sarcastically used the /say command to display on the screen. This is what he typed. This is the GM command to spawn that NPC, but without the required / character. So this is something that the GMs post in to spawn in, but apparently there's like slashes that they put in to make it actually work. 11. In other words, the GM said and displayed the phrase that is the command, but did not issue the command. Furthermore, this was done after the NPC had already spawned, so the command could not have caused the spawn. In conclusion, a GM was hanging out with the guild while they were shard hopping to farm rare NPCs, and the GM made a joke about spawning more that has been purposely taken out of context by a disgruntled former member. No NPC has spawned. The GM involved has been counseled on the issue and will be taking a break from in-game activities. Pantheon team members have always been close with the community. We enjoy the interactions. Unfortunately, sometimes that can create a perception of favored treatment. We have cleared policies in regard to this, but sometimes perception is difficult to display. We are reflecting on this conundrum and may make adjustments. Finally, I am told that there is a concern that there would be a wipe because of this. There will not. No items or NPCs respond. We have a shadow audit system that tracks every item that is created in-game, including items created by GMs, which was secret even internally until this post. I have personally checked logs and backups of logs. There has been no funny business, but I must say the system is tremendously useful for identifying dupers, exploiters, and RMT gold sellers. So let's break it down, shall we? Not a lot of people are breaking this down. I don't know why. Maybe because there is a lot of favoritism for this game, or people really like this game. When I say favoritism, I mean that they're like, you know, die-hard fans. I am a die-hard fan for this game. I love this game. I absolutely want this game to succeed. I have went up against Asmongold's own opinion. It may be troll opinion, but I went up against his own opinion, got a lot of flack and hate for it, but I defended this game through a lot. Even through the gold duping, even through the exploits that were sent in from the first round testers or whatever, and then even again when the testers abused their power again and went beyond the borders. This has happened 3 times in this company. This has happened where testers have abused the power and did a lot of bad things. I don't know who is in charge of testing, and I don't know who's in charge of their PR group, but this is the most unacceptable answer I've ever seen for a CEO ever. I'm not a CEO, and by all means, I am not a professional guy. I can't type in professional stuff. But you can't just say what you just said and just say, because I said so, it's true. So the GM was not a member of the guild. Okay. So why was he hanging out with the people in the guild that happen to be all the testers that he works with closely? I'm not saying he was part of the guild. I don't think anyone did say he was part of the guild. And even if they did, that's not the point. The point was a game master, also director of technology, right? Director of technology, right? The staff of the company was hanging out with employees outside of work and giving them inside information. Regardless of how you look at it, that's what he was really doing. Now, it can go deeper in the sense of, well, he was spawning people or helping them out where it doesn't matter. Even if he's showing them where the spawn points are, that's not okay. That's, I mean, well, I don't even know if that's okay, but it doesn't look good. The person who made the accusation was previously removed from the guild. He was previously removed from the guild after he talked to the guild about it. He's got receipts for it. He made this, he made a post about this on your Discord, and you guys took it down, and then you threatened him with banning him if this is not true, which it turns out apparently it's not true. So now you have all reason to make this guy a martyr, which is so dumb. Nothing was spawned for anyone. Well, that's a lie, because later on you said something was spawned, but it was the reset. So something was spawned for someone. It just wasn't purposely spawned. The logs have been verified. Where are the logs? Present the logs. Present something that shows me some type of evidence that this guy is innocent. Now, in the last video, I asked for a comment or a statement from this company. And this is the statement. I did ask for it, but I gotta be careful in what I ask for. I was hoping for someone that when they responded, there was going to be some type of responsibility taking, somewhere where we can say, okay, well, that makes sense. There's a lot of things that doesn't make sense. For one, Olmo posted saying that, look, guys, I made a goofy. I was just joking around. I sent /say just to make people think that I actually did spawn it. Why would you do that? Why would you even joke about that? I mean, I get people make mistakes, and I get that's an error issue. But why even joke? Why even like make that a joke? And then it gets deleted, retracted, and then they mention it again saying that that was false. And then now they're retracting that again and saying that it's true. And then Jop have already said this was part of a testing group, and if this is, if this is going on, this shouldn't happen on a live server. On a live server. This shouldn't happen on a live server. So there's a lot of things that doesn't make sense to me. He wasn't part of the guild. No one was saying that. Some people were saying just the guy spawned it for the guild, for the testers. Then they're saying that there was nothing spawned when the resets were. Almost said that he was shard hopping to find the rare spawns. So was he shard hopping with this guild and showing him how to properly farm? If that's the case, is that okay for a developer to hold employees' hands and show them how to beat the game? Or progress through the game easier? Is that okay? We have restored historical logs from backups and compared them to ensure no log tampering took place. That's great. That's fantastic. I'm glad you internally investigated your own company. It's fantastic. That's great. So we're supposed to take your word for it after your people have done very bad things in the past. 3 incidents has happened. 3 incidents since I've been playing this game has happened, and I've only been playing this game for a month. Like, who's in charge of hiring these people? And who's in charge of reassuring that they actually can do their job properly, professionally, and without making mistakes? Or even making mistakes and then doing damage control. It looks like Almo isn't someone I can take seriously because of his comments and because of the things he said just by deleting and banning people and banning their accounts because they gold duped, and he was so proud of it. And then he's sitting there holding people's hands on and showing people where the rare spawns are for each of the shards. So let's say you're not spawning in anything, but you're hanging out with employees outside of the workforce in a game, showing them how to basically beat it. You're basically having dinner as a general manager in a restaurant with your employees, eating all the food. That's essentially what you're doing for free. Is that good? Is that bad? I mean, you guys decide. I don't know. It's icky. It's an icky stuff. It's just icky. It just feels icky to me. Some members of the guild do some pre-patch testing for the game. Yeah, we get that. That's the point. Some members of the guild do some pre-patch testing of the game. That's great. That's fantastic. So were you testing something there? Because you just said they were shard hopping, fighting mobs, and not testing anything. But now you guys are saying this comment as if they were testing something. Why is this relevant? Were they testing something? Were they not testing something? Or were you just saying this because they are employees of you guys and he was hanging out with them and it's okay? What is the point of that? No items can be transferred from the test environment to the production environment. No items can be transferred from the test environment to the production environment. But they were on the live server. They were on a live server. They weren't on a test environment or production environment. They were on a live server. So what does this mean in comparison to a live server? When the issue at hand allegedly occurred, a zone reset had just taken place, and a rare mob subsequently spawned. Yeah, they were shard hopping. They said that already. He said that. They were shard hopping. People started joking that the GM magically made it happen, and he didn't. It was the zone reset. At that point, I would just let it ride, right? I wouldn't say anything. I wouldn't put anything in the say. I would just let it ride. I would joke around, ha ha ha. The GM, playing along with the joke, sarcastically used the /say command to display on the screen. Why would you do that? So this doesn't make any sense. Why would you do this? If it's just a joke, this guy doesn't need to be working here. It just doesn't seem good. It doesn't seem professional in the sense that, like, this guy, I can't trust this guy. He's an icky guy to me now. He's a very icky, disgusting guy to me. Like, I don't know who this guy is, but he's displayed to me that he's just a complete jerk. And this isn't okay. This is, like, come on, guys. Do better than that, bro. You guys know you're under fire. You guys know you're trying to get the right attention in, and you want to do this? How old are you, Olmo? For real. How old are you, bro? Which is the GM command. So that's, yeah. In other words, the GM said and displayed the phrase is the command, but did not issue the command. Furthermore, this was done after the NPC had already spawned, so the command could not have been caused to spawn. So why was he hanging out with the guild members? Why was he hanging out with them? Was he testing something out? It doesn't say that in here. In conclusion, GM was hanging out with the guild. Why? While they were shard hopping to farm rare NPCs. But why? And the GM made a joke about spawning more than has been purposely taken out of context by a disgruntled former member. No, he's disgruntled because he saw this as a joke. And you guys, that's... You guys are really, like, pointing this whole martyr thing out pretty well. Like, you're laying them out to dry pretty thin. And this is, if this is true, and I mean, in the best case scenario, this is all true, and Olmo is just a jerk and can't make a joke for the life of him, not a funny one at least, and he shouldn't be working for you guys. Or this is true, and he's a disgusting piece of shit that needs to get fired and never work for the game company ever again. So which one is it? Either way, I don't really like this Olmo guy. He doesn't really have a good taste in anyone's mouth. Like, he's just a disgusting, icky person. And the fact that he said, I am glad to push that ban button, that's disgusting. You should never be okay with banning people. Yeah, even if they're cheaters. You should ban cheaters. But you should never be like, damn right. You should be like, fuck, man, that sucks. We banned fucking 25,000 motherfuckers that are abusing our shit. Why would they abuse it? That would be sad. I mean, yeah, there'd be a little bit of relief, right? Like, yes, we took care of the problem. But in this case, the problem was that you guys have a funky coded game that had an exploit, and people abused it because they're human, and you guys called them disgusting piece of shits and basically deleted them from your game. When in turn, you're holding players' hands, developers are, and showing them where rare spawns are in every shard. So they're not giving them the loot, but they're showing them how to get it. And who knows how much more help he's providing the guild by being there. Who knows? Because they didn't discuss it in this. Finally, I was told that there was a concern there would be a wipe. No, we weren't concerned there was going to be a wipe because of this. Everyone's concerned about the wipe because of the gold duping. There will not. No items or NPCs were spawned. Yes, an NPC was spawned. It was a reset spawn. Items probably did spawn within that rare spawn. That Olmo, the director of technology, the game master, showed this guild on where to get him. This is mute. This is a dumb statement. We have a shadow audit system that tracks every item that is created in the game, including items created by GMs, which was secret even internally until this post. It wasn't secret. You guys mentioned this again in the gold duping thing, so you don't even know what you just said, and this is just absolutely asinine. Of course you're going to have an audit system that tracks every item. This basically says there was no item created, but they're setting it up for, I have a personally checked logs and backlogs. There has been no funded business, but I must say the system is tremendously useful for identifying dupers, exploiters, and RMT gold sellers. So they're like literally you're turning people's heads, you're forcing people's heads at the last second, going, yeah, this is okay, he did nothing wrong, but look at these fucking assholes, bro. These guys, we caught them. Our shit doesn't catch this guy, but they catch that motherfucker. Got him. Like, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. The fact that you've had three very, very, very damning events happening in your company based off of your testers that have abused their power, and then you're sitting here telling me that no one has abused their power this time. Sorry, man, I can't believe you. And the evidence isn't there. That you didn't answer anyone's questions. People didn't care that he was part of the guild. People wanted to know why he was there in the first place. People want to know why he's hanging out with the guild. Why? Yeah, there's some of them are testers, like some members of the guild are testers, so that's maybe why they added this in there for context. But why wasn't this nipped in the butt? This has obviously happened more than once. So what's going on? And the CEO respond to this. So does the CEO not know what other problems the company has? Or if he does, this whole statement is completely false to me, because now I know that you're willing to hide the truth to not say, willing to hide the truth to save your own people. Well, I don't know. I don't like this. I hate it. It leaves a very, very bad taste in my mouth. I want the development team to do good. The vision is there. I mean, these people are amazing people to do this job, to do this game, and it breaks my heart to lose trust within a company that I really, really, really want to dedicate my life to. So it sucks. It's disheartening. I don't know what to think about it. I don't know what to say. I don't know what's true. I don't know. I just know what my gut tells me, and my gut tells me that this guy is willing to hide or willing to brush off some of the truth to protect his people. That's already known, and I don't know how far or extensive that is. But anyways, guys, that's it for this one. I just want to do a response on the video and make sure that everyone knows where this is going. I want to keep you guys updated and see if they do any more talking about this, but I'm pretty sure this isn't going to be the last incident. I'm pretty sure there's going to be another one that's going to slip up off the radar. So I'll be able to cover that as well. And until next time, you guys have a great day, great weekend, and have a happy Valentine's Day. Hope you guys enjoy it. The next video I'm coming out was going to be for Kinfall. So that should be an interesting one. So I'll catch you guys later. You guys have a great day.